Stoic quotes on happiness and the present moment. Forget everything else. Keep hold of this alone, and remember it. Each of us lives only now. This brief instant, the rest has been lived already, or is impossible to see. Those who live the longest and those who die the soonest both lose the same thing. The present is all they can give up, since that is all you have, and what you do not have, you cannot lose. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Therefore, guard accordingly, and take care that you entertain no notions unsuitable to virtue and reasonable nature. Remember that very little is needed to make a happy life. It is all in yourself, in your way of thinking. The happiness of those who want to be popular depends on others. The happiness of those who seek pleasure fluctuates with moods outside their control. But the happiness of the wise grows out of their own free acts. To live happily is an inward power of the soul. The happiness and unhappiness of the rationale. Social animal depends not on what he feels, but on what he does, just as his virtue and vice consist not in feeling, but in doing. I can at once become happy anywhere, for he is happy who has found himself a happy lot. In a word, happiness lies all in the functions of reason, in warrantable desires and virtuous practice. The present is all we have to live in, or to lose. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. A wise man is content with his lot, whatever it may be, without wishing for what he is not. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who haves more, that is poor. We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. Until we have begun to go without them, we fail to realize how unnecessary many things are. We've been using them, not because we needed them, but because we had them. A man is as miserable as he thinks he is. A good character is the only guarantee of everlasting, carefree happiness. Happy is the man who can endure the highest and lowest fortune. He who has endured such vicissitudes with equanimity has deprived misfortune of its power. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present and the future. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. Contentment, as it is a short road and pleasant, has great delight and little trouble. Contentment comes not so much from great wealth as from few wants. Fortify yourself with contentment, for this is an impregnable fortress you will have over your own life. Life is not a quest for pleasure or for power, but a quest for meaning. It is the very pursuit of happiness that thwarts happiness. For success, like happiness, cannot be pursued. It must ensue, and it only does so as the unintended side, effect of one's personal dedication to a cause greater than oneself, or as the byproduct of one's surrender to a person other than oneself. Happiness must happen, and the same holds for success. You have to let it happen by not caring about it. Willingly accept the inevitable, and you will lead a life in harmony with the universe. It's not possible to live well today unless you treat it as your last day. Reflect on how many things have happened that you didn't want, and yet they turned out for the best. Remind yourself that the past and future are indifferent to you, and that the supreme good and eudaimonia can only exist within you, right now, in the present moment. You owe it to yourself and to the world to actively engage with the brief moment you have with this planet. You cannot retreat exclusively into ideas. You must contribute. Take a deep breath. Get present in the moment and ask yourself what is important this very second. Appreciating what you have is the best cure for missing what you have lost. If you make happiness your goal, you'll be disappointed. If you make presence your goal, you'll be satisfied. Stoicism teaches how to keep a calm and rational mind no matter what happens to you, and it helps you understand and focus on what you can control and not worry about and accept what you can't control.